faster when the gun goes off.
Go down below the line. 20. 17. 14. 13. 4, 3, 2, 1, gun.
Another clean start and another good job by Dellenbaugh.
Yeah. Well, I do think a lot of it is social contagion. I'm not saying for Stephanie. Like I even told Stephanie, I respect her more than other trans people, especially the people who claim to be trans in my son's high school. Like, yeah, they claim to be trans in grade 9, and then grade 10 they're not, and then they're non-binary in grade 11, and then grade 12 they're back to cis hetero, whatever. I mean, it's all over the map. A lot of these kids are happen to be in the musical arts, and where they're very emotional and very sensitive. You see high correlations in that. You don't see too many trans kids in playing basketball, for example. It's definitely correlated to the touchy-feely side. You see 83% of all trans people in the United States, or trans teens, being female, going to male or going to boy, whatever. I mean, is that a coincidence? What's going on here? And I think girls struggle with appearance issues way more than boys, because boys are attracted by looks and girls are attracted by words and feels. And so, if they're a girl that's not that attractive, then it becomes attractive to become a boy. There's so many different psychological and social society pressures on girls, especially with TikTok and so forth. You can make a very strong case that most of it is social contagion.
I would say that of the group of friends that I hung out with going through those development years, how many of my friends would want to see their name in lights at the Chinese theater for a premiere versus how many would just like to crawl under a rock and just leave society behind going through those years?
Depends if you're good looking or not.
Yeah.
If a young teenage girl is really good looking, I mean, I think the chances her being trans goes right down.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that the trans activists are going to be furious for hear me say that. But if we could come up with some metric of good lookingness and then correlate that to if they're trans or not, I bet you would see a negative in correlation. The better looking the teenage girl, the less likely they'll identify as non-binary or trans. There's going to be exceptions, but I think that would be an inverse correlation.
Yeah, I agree.
Anyhow, I should let you go. I've been going a long time.
Yeah, I'm gonna go have lunch. It's 2:00. I slept in. I saw your email this morning, and thank you very much for that. And my dog, the Mrs. Tux is out of town. My dog said no when I said, you want to go to the park? Like, this dog is so depressed when Nance is out of town, and we just laid there till noon, basically until 11:45, and I fell back asleep and finally took the dog for a walk and noticed that you were live.
Hey, before you go,
walk through the park at 1.75.
Before you go, I'll give you one last chance to disown me. Do you wish to denounce and disown the Pinecreek channel and Doug?
No. In fact, on Hillary's emails last night, I kind of made it a comparison to how much in the 90s I was told not to hang out with gay people because that made me look gay. I hang out with gay people because just like if I grown up around Stephanie, I would be a sailor.
So you view me as your gay friend.
Close confines on a small boat. Yes, I would have you as my gay friend. I would hold you dear and near. But I hang out with you because you're a member of the atheist community, and I'm not going to change that. And I like poker, and I have you as a friend for your poker community.
But don't you?
And
But Tux, don't you
and
know I'm hurting
here.
people and I'm a transphobe? You're okay with having friends that are
Yeah.
transphobic? And
Yes. I think your question asking makes us stronger, ultimately. As if that wasn't a circular argument for nearly an hour um, the other night.
so what I'm hearing you say is I'm a transphobe, but I'm a good one. Not too dangerous.
Well, I associate with you as the atheist and the poker player, and as long as your transphobia doesn't rub off on me, just like homosexuality didn't rub off on me in the 90s, then I'll be fine with it.
Okay. And I actually agree with you that when it comes to poker, I can be an asshole. So thank you for that. I'll try to work on that.
You can. No, it's
Stephanie's screaming right now.
It's your demeanor and persona
Trump.
at the same time.
Tux, called you Trump. Tux convinced Doug to be less of an asshole to poker, but not to trans issues. Oh.
Actually, I think you should keep up what you're doing, because as more information and data becomes available, you're going to be the first one who's convinced. And if that data is true and it holds true, even though there is a human element that cannot be answered whether you think it should be after 18 or at puberty, it's yet to be seen.
Yeah,
But this
I got
isn't something
markers.
that's been highly publicized at this point.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
And,
Cheers, Doug.
and I'm sorry people will, cast you out for liking me or being friends with me.
Well, there you have it. There you have it. Right there. Laugh it up. Furball. That's it.